Hello there, welcome to a special Britbox Diaries because I've had a bit of a rant on Twitter about Britbox. It's nearly 2 years old, but I don't know. I'm genuinely thinking, should I cancel? Because for me, is there enough archive content on there? And that's really bad. There is a lot of archive content, don't get me wrong, but I do find it frustrating when shows expire, probably with not much notice, and then they don't put them back on. Bottom, Inside Number 9, just two examples. Today, Cleo and John expires, a 1982 ITV Yorkshire Television Christmas show. Rowan Atkinson and Julian Lloyd-Webber guest star, and I really wanted to get around to watch it, and I'm working out. I don't think I'm going to get a chance, but it's just a couple of examples, and there's been loads more. Fry and Laurie's gone. There's plenty of things that they could add, I think, that they're not adding. I know there's a lot of content they perhaps couldn't add, but there's certainly a lot that they could. And for me, that's what I'm thinking about. Should I carry on subscribing? Especially as iPlayer and things like that are getting more and more content, aren't they? But anyway, here's a couple of my suggestions, just of things out of my cupboard, which I'd love for them to see on Britbox. For example, Canned Carrot. Great suggestion. That would be absolutely brilliant on Britbox. Another one, The Likely Lads. Now, whatever happened to The Likely Lads and obviously the 60 series, it would be brilliant to see again. Really would be brilliant to see again. Let's say the obvious one, Steptoe and Son. It's had a Christmas special. I think the final Christmas special has been on Britbox in the past, but it would be wonderful to see the original series. Another one, Audience with Freddie Starr. Wasn't in the audience with selection that was put on Britbox a few months ago. It is one of my favourites. Really is one of my favourites, and it always will be. It's wonderful. Audience with Kenneth Williams has gone on Britbox, which is great news. Again, another one, Les Dawson. So many shows he did for ITV, and they forever seem to be doing retrospectives and things. Get some of his work on. Another one, Detectives, Jasper Carrot and Robert Powell. Wonderful series. Britbox, I'm giving you loads of ideas here, and I mentioned Bottom. Get it back on. It was great seeing the episode on BBC 4 last week to celebrate the 30th anniversary. It definitely needs to go back on. One that might be tricky for licensing, but there you go, Phoenix Nights. I don't think Peter Kay lets repeats happen that often, so that might be a bit tricky. But all right, here's another one. Two Ronnies. There was a series on Britbox, and then in the aftermath of the Little Britain saga, it got took off. And there's probably a lot of Two Ronnies episodes that still could be added, or even with a warning, but there's no Two Ronnies on there at the moment. The Two Ronnies sketchbook that was on there has gone, but I think some original Two Ronnies episodes, there's plenty of Christmas ones as well. It would be great to see them again, it really would. If you want some other ideas, I'm getting more random now. Two in Clover, Thames Classic with Sid James. But you know what? Little archive treats like that. That's been on Forces TV. I think that would go down well. Watching. Great 80s sitcom. And I think it would really find a new audience on Britbox. There's some more obscure ones that I can say if you want. I mean, I don't think that's going to happen. As much as I love the Wheel Tappers and Shunters Club, I'm kind of destined to think I'm going to have to watch that on DVD. But one that would be brilliant is Wicker's World. You've got years worth of ITV and BBC content. Clive James as well, for that matter of fact. It would be absolutely brilliant to see Alan Wicker on Britbox. You could remaster them if you really wanted to. Obviously, a lot of them shot on film. There you go. How many suggestions do you want? There's absolutely loads. All right, Cannon and Ball. There is a best of Cannon and Ball, but what about some of the original episodes with the music acts and things like that? You've got years worth. There you go. There's a good idea for you. Another 60s sitcom classic, George and the Dragon, John the Measurer, Peggy Mount, Sid James. There you go. Giving you plenty of ideas here. As what about an 80s, 90s classic, Hale and Pace? Again, you know what? It's content like this that's not repeated anywhere else that people go, oh my goodness, I want to watch that again. Hale and Pace is, still funny. Yorkshire Airlines sketch, one of my favourites still. Wonderful. If you want some more ideas, what about Nearest and Dearest, Hilda Baker, Jimmy Jewel? Apparently they didn't like each other very much by the end, but you know what? It is sitcom brilliance. And you've got plenty of series to go at. I think it'd do really, really well on Britbox. But this is the kind of content that on the buses, for example. It's on ITV3. Put it on BritBox. That's one of my annoyances over Rising Damp, and I did query it at the time. The Rising Damp episodes seem to have been edited. No idea why, but they are edited. Couple of minutes in some cases from the episodes. No, ITV BritBox couldn't give me an answer, but the versions on BritBox are not the originally transmitted versions. There's certain weird lines here and there that have been cut out. Absolutely no idea why. But they have. Morecambe and Wise, there's another suggestion. You've got the BBC series, you've got the ITV series. Again, you've got a massive archive of episodes they've only included some of the films on BritBox. I don't know, maybe it's the weather, that's getting me down to, I don't know. But even in that 6 minutes, the point is there. There's a lot of content that could be added. And I'm not saying don't add the new stuff. Obviously, you hope that Vigil will be added in recent weeks and months. And there's lots of new series that are doing really well. Of course, they should be added. But the 60s, 70s, 50s stuff should be added alongside that stuff as well. Take Talking Pictures TV as an example. They're showing at the moment Justice with Margaret Lockwood. They're showing The Main Chance, The Champions. There's 4 series if you include Secret Army, that could easily be on BritBox as well. And there's all sorts of things that have been on Talking Pictures in the past, such as Callan, Special Branch, Rumpole of the Bailey. All of these could be on BritBox, and they've never surfaced onto BritBox. There has been some Thames Euston Films content that has appeared. Widows, Minder as well, The Naked Civil Servant. So Thames content must be possible. Bless This House, there's another one that you could add quite easily. Please do send your suggestions, type them below, and I will do another video as well in the coming weeks where we can look at what other titles I'd suggest as well. You might well have your own. Let's send them to BritBox. Let's at least try and get some more archive content added, and I'll be back. Hopefully, as I say, to keep BritBox. But tell me if you're having the same thoughts as well. I appreciate that this month I've added the New Statesman. Obviously, the Goodies has been added some episodes. I was a bit disappointed with October's list. October's could have been better. So do let me know your thoughts on that, and I'll be back soon. Take care.